Hello and welcome. We shall discuss today the facilities and location plan. When you want to start a plant, any factory, company, it is of ultimate importance that you have to select a place for its location which will result in the maximum profit. That's the bottom line. You want to have the maximum profit. You want to have the minimum of losses. For that, certain factors have to be taken into consideration, of which one is the interrelated facility planning decisions, of which the geographic placement is of prime importance. The geographic placement of the plant, it must be contiguous with the aims of the plant. If the plant is building something or manufacturing something, then the geographic location must enhance the production process. That is one. Then the number of facilities that you actually want to start up, the facility types, whether it is a manufacturing plant, it's a distribution centers, retail outlets, which will make the distribution network. This is also an important thing. Then the size of the facility or capacity, it refers to the overall cubic feet and throughput volume, the rate at which the constraints all future facility operations, the volume of production. This must also consider the layout. The plant which will have an internal layout, that's a different story altogether. Now another thing is the allocation of customers to facilities for order processing and fulfillment. Important factors which affect this decision include the proximity to the market, facility volume, transportation costs, and customer importance. These are all important factors to be taken into consideration. Then strategic importance, you must think of the capital investment, whether it is machinery, technology, land, buildings, and then comes the long-term commitment and the impact on costs or the operating efficiency, and numerous other criteria. The location planning process for each plant, each type of problem is unique. Therefore, you have to see the national or regional interests before you actually locate a plant somewhere. These are both political and motivational. Political in the sense, if the government which is in power is sympathetic to the production of a plant there, the production of your product in the plant or at that place, if they are sympathetic and if they are willing to help, then it is definitely a plus point. There may be cases where the government is not interested. In such a case, it is not desirable to place the plant over there. Then again, you have to see what the people say, whether the people are interested in the plant, are they actively interested, or are they actively opposed. That is also an important thing. So for example, supposing it is a nuclear plant, for example, you have all heard of what happened in Tamil Nadu. So in such cases, if the people oppose something vehemently, it is always not a wise decision to place a plant which is opposed by the people. Okay. Then again, there is a question of availability of labor, whether the labor is available cheaply, whether labor disputes commonly arise. If the labor is available cheaply, but if the labor is always having disputes with you, with the management, then it's not a desirable thing. Okay. Especially you take the case of Kerala, it's a specific case. The rate here, a person who works for a day gets 750 rupees. Whereas in his native place, whether it is Assam or Bengal or some other place, he makes only 150 rupees a day. So naturally, people will try to come over here and work. So similarly, if we were to locate our plant somewhere, then we should make sure that the labor available is cheap, and the labor, people who are actually doing the labor are happy people. They are happy with their with the wages that we provide them, and they will not make any adverse comments or adverse reactions to the production of the product. That is also important. Then proximity to market is important. Even today, the transportation charges demand that the transportation should be to a small distance. If it's for a long distance, if your product has to be taken to the market for a very long distance, then it's not very desirable. So also the availability of raw materials, whether they are available locally or whether they have to be transported from long, these are all things which have to be considered. The availability of raw material is essentially an extremely important factor in determining whether you can place your plant at a certain place or not. That is an important thing. And apart from that, the total cost is also determined by not just the raw material cost or the labor cost or the people's friendliness, but there are other things to be considered, like the cost of energy, like the electricity charges, and the availability of technical personnel, skilled labor. Skilled labor is something which is very important in placing a plant somewhere. The location can actually be kilometers and hundreds of kilometers away if you are sure that you will get absolutely fine technical personnel. You look at these overseas things when people outsource to overseas. Germany needs a lot of software. Germany needs a lot of software engineers. What do? They outsource it to India. They outsource it to Bangalore. They outsource it to Kerala. The reason is that the manpower here is cheap, and we are behind none, whether it is in Bangalore or Kerala or Tamil Nadu. We are behind none in our technical prowess and our technical grasp of the subject. So this is the case of software. Similarly, a same case could be made for any other product. So these, as a matter of fact, are the factors which will control how you place your plant. Thank you.